defeat an enemy, you must know them. I will pull the rebels apart, piece by piece.
This is Star Wars The Black Series 6-inch Grand Admiral Thrawn, Wave 23 in the Black Series line of figures. Let's take a quick look at the box and the packaging itself before we begin. Standard Black Series box here with beautiful artwork as usual of Grand Admiral Thrawn. He is number 47 in the line. Quick look at the back here. Brief description of the character as he appears in the Star Wars Rebels TV show. Now, I was so excited last summer when Hasbro announced that Thrawn was getting a Black Series figure. I think with Thrawn coming back to the canon universe, the Disney canon Star Wars universe, I think that was one of the best decisions that they've ever made. Thrawn is one of my favorite characters in the Rebels TV show, and arguably my favorite Star Wars villain of all time. I think his character is unique in how he incorporates art and culture into his battle tactics. He's very cunning, and best of all, he's a Chiss. He's the only Star Wars Chiss character that represents his species that we've seen so far in Star Wars canon. So when I found out that he was coming out last September, I knew I had to pick him up right away. This is, of course, the regular release in the Black Series line. There is a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive version of Thrawn that I did pick up as well last year, but if you guys want me to show that in a future video as well, please leave a comment below and let me know. But as for this regular release of Thrawn itself, man, once again, I think Hasbro has done a brilliant job. Now, with any Rebels cartoon series character, since there is no actual actor that they can mold the face off of, I think this is a pretty realistic representation of how Thrawn would look like if he would appear in a live action film in the Star Wars universe. Look at those red eyes. Let's focus in here. Look at those red eyes that he possesses. Very menacing, very cunning, very Thrawn-like. I think Timothy Zahn himself would actually be pretty proud of how this figure came out. Now, if you guys haven't checked out the new Thrawn novel that got released last fall as well by Timothy Zahn, the original author of Heir to the Empire, please check it out. It's a very intriguing novel that provides some backstory about how Thrawn ended up working for the Empire and how he ultimately ended up in the Rebels TV show. So, highly recommend if you guys haven't read Thrawn by Timothy Zahn. Now, as for the figure itself, again, I love the paintwork that Hasbro has done here with this figure. It's fully or super articulated. The head has a full 360 degree range of, I think 360 degrees, 360 degrees range of motion. Goes up and down like that. Really mobile, really nice. Nice little detail here on his Grand Admiral insignia, his badge here. I know in the 3 3/4 inch version of Thrawn, in the first production run, they actually made a mistake in the insignia, so I'm glad they didn't do the same thing here in the Black Series line. Nice detail here on his uniform. He does come with a blaster as an accessory. It's finely detailed as well. Again, that's not the highlight of this figure, but he holds it pretty well in either hand. Let's take a quick look here. There we go. Take some time to really stick it in. There we go. So here is Thrawn with his blaster. Full range of motion for his shoulders as well. Goes up to about there. Elbow joint, 90 degrees. Swivel elbows as well. And a hinged wrist. Ball jointed torso. Soft goods little soft at the end of his top here. It's a soft good PVC material skirt that he wears. It allows for a greater range of motion, which I really like. Very similar to what you see in the Director Krennic figure that we got earlier. His holster is a separate piece, and it fits his blaster relatively well. Like that. We got ball jointed hips, swivel thighs, double jointed knees that goes to about 90 degrees, and your typical ankle joint that doesn't rock. Yes, it rocks. So, pretty standard Black Series articulation here for Grand Admiral Thrawn. But with Imperial figures, I think the best way to pose Thrawn is ultimately to have him standing like this, at guard, ready to command his stormtroopers into battle. But again, a very nice figure by Hasbro, really well done. I love the paint job. The paint applications are really on point. Love the color of his boots as well. Just shining matte finish, I think. Matte finish black. And a very fine addition to your Black Series collection, without a question. Now, at the time of the filming of this video, the Star Wars Rebels TV show is actually coming to an end. The series finale actually airs tomorrow, Monday, March the 5th. So, just wanted to take a quick moment here to really thank the cast and the production crew, Dave Filoni, and his team as well, for really taking us on a wild journey for the last 4 years in the Star Wars Rebels show. Can't wait to see what else is in store in the coming future, but I think Rebels has been, after Clone Wars, my favorite story arc and within the last decade or so. I think Dave Filoni has really done a great job of inheriting the storytelling methods of George Lucas, and I hope, Filoni is going to be involved in future Star Wars shows. But this has been a quick look at Grand Admiral Thrawn in the Star Wars Black Series line. Can't miss figure. If you haven't picked him up yet, you still might be able to find him online, but he is a figure that is a must-add to your Star Wars collection for sure. And until the next time, may the toys be with you.